Hey guys, Dwayne here. I wanted to talk a little bit about today about whenever you feel like you're going crazy. And in the early stages of this, when you're really trying to figure things out, the the narcissistic personality type really has the ability to make you question your own judgment, where you don't really know what end is up. You start second guessing yourself. You start thinking, well, maybe you're thinking, maybe you're seeing it wrong, or maybe your perspective is skewed, or because what they're saying, their actions are not really meshing. Well, not really meshing. They're absolutely not meshing with reality, and you're going to be confused, and you're going to question yourself. I mean, I know I did. I mean, there were times where I would not. I'm like, I mean, this is so bizarre, and the actions are so crazy. They're so out of sync with what's reality. It doesn't make sense. For instance, I mean, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I did something worse. It completely, like, maybe I did something worse. Maybe I'm not thinking about this correctly. Maybe I'm mistaken, because this other person is so adamant about their view and the way they interact with other people. And well, what I mean by that is the stories that they're telling to other people is just, and it's a two-faced thing, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be sitting there going, oh, you're a horrible person, not you, but that the other person is a horrible person, and they did this and they did this and they did this. They can just feign the victim and just say, oh, well, my ex, he's just crazy, or just really downplay it. And even, like in my situation, I left, and and the flying monkeys were bizarre. I mean, I even had an individual at work who was a few levels below me, who actually got in trouble for something and drug my name through the dirt because of his and his wife's relationship with my ex. I mean, all the way up to the highest levels of this company, or at least the area where we're at. I mean, it was it was interesting. I mean, it was all BS, and the other person was just trying to use that potential to save himself, because everything that was happening to him was not his fault. It was because he was friends with my ex, and I abandoned them, and all that kind of stuff. I actually did a Freedom of Information request and found out I got to see a lot of what that person said about how yeah, I mean, and when I read it, I mean, it was annoying, but it also I mean, it was helpful in the fact to see, in my situation, the ex was very like, oh, I don't say anything bad about you. I don't know what you're talking about, right? And then to actually see on paper a story, and it's like, okay, so how would this other person or this other family have this version of reality? I mean, it just didn't make any sense. I mean, it was that I left them and abandoned them, and I mean, I moved a mile away. I was giving her money even before I wasn't ordered to. I mean, it was just, but you know what? They have their own narrative, right? And see, this is what I'm talking about, because you get into a situation to where, I mean, because you guys could be, I mean, somebody watching this could be going, oh, well, yeah, that's not true. You did all those things, obviously, and now you're just lying about it to make sure that you sound good, And I mean, see, and that's the hard part about all this stuff, is that there's two sides to every story, and the people that are, the collateral damage, they don't know who to believe. I mean, if somebody knows you specifically, I mean, if they're your friend and they've seen it and they know what's going on, then they know, right? But if somebody is kind of a neutral party and they know both of you, but they don't really know the situation, and they're just confused, and this weird stuff is being said, the only thing I'll tell you is, like I've said before, these people expose themselves. It's inevitable. They do it. It's, so, I mean, it sucks at the time, because you want to scream from the housetop. You want to scream from the rooftop or the mountaintop or some high peak, maybe a tower, that this is not true. This is bull. This didn't happen. This is what the reality is, right? But in the midst of that, you can also be in a situation where you're like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this doesn't make sense. Maybe my version of reality is skewed or is incorrect, right? And the other problem with that is if anybody else who is enabling the X, and if they're mutual friends, it's tough because they might go, well, you did X. I mean, like, I'm trying to think of another example, but well, this is one. I mean, when I would talk to, I guess ex-in-laws, right? In the beginning, they weren't ex-in-laws, but I mean, there were times where people who knew both of us, who weren't really here, would say, well, you guys both just need to stop acting stupid. And I'm like, it's like guilt by association. I mean, you have a person who's like, I've decided that I'm going to do it this way, and you will have to conform. And it's like, like, it was just crazy stuff. Like, where the kids wanted to go to school, they were going to school. We'd switched schools, and she wanted to move them back into a different school that wasn't really that great, an area that wasn't really that great. And it's like, are you out of your mind? Actually, the funny part is when I was talking about people exposing themselves, one of those mutual friends, this wasn't the ex-in-laws, but this was a neighbor who lived basically behind us, who knew me from work and, was a neighbor, tried to insert herself in the middle of all this. And at one point I was telling her, I'm like, she's trying to get full custody, and she's trying to move them to a different school. And she's like, well, no, she wouldn't do that. Everyone knows that this school is the best school, and you guys got them in this school. And no, that ain't happening. And she made the mistake of trying to have that conversation with her, because how you get, it's like, oh, well, there's no way that this is the way it is, because it isn't the way it is, right? So she had that conversation with the ex. The ex freaked out, completely went, spun, because it was a narcissistic injury and wasn't what the person wanted to hear, because she, the ex, had in her mind what she was going to do. And that was full custody, moving to a different place, putting the kids in a different school, and I would be relegated to, weekend dad, every other weekend at the most, maybe with a little bit of time in the summer. I mean, and that was the way it was going to be. And anyone who said anything that contradicted what she was going to do, she went off on them. So this person actually, a few days later came back and was just like, oh my God. I mean, it just switched like that, right? So my point is, one, I have a couple points. The first point is they will expose themselves. You just have to give it time and let it happen. The second thing is you're not crazy. You have a realistic view of what's going on, and you need to basically hold on to that and don't allow your inner voice to tear you down and make you think or feel that you've lost your mind. But that's what they do. That's kind of what the smear that's what the smear campaign is about. That's how the flying monkeys, where they're using their little covert agents, or not covert, but their little agents to propagate their message and stuff. Mine nearly impacted it did impact my job. It took my personal situation, put it right in the middle of my job, where a couple of points I was told, one, I needed to step down because I was a full-time dad and couldn't do the job anymore, and I'm basically told them, fire me. And the second one was this other guy who was trying to drag my name through the mud because of his relationship, whatever the hell it was, with my ex, saying that I was out to get him because of, because he helped her move or something, because I abandoned him. Which, hey, I didn't, when everything went to crap, there was no way in hell I was going over to help or do anything anymore, because I did not want to get sucked into some other drama or get arrested or whatever might happen because some really weird crap was happening and being said. So I guess in retrospect, I didn't know it at the time, but I was basically trying to create some distance and basically go no contact, without realizing what I was trying to do. But I was trying to get as much space as possible. I mean, I wouldn't be around her alone when I was picking the kids up. I mean, hell, I got to the point where I was having a recorder on just, I mean, I know you're not supposed to record people, but just so that if something happened, you know, and there was a lie being said, that there'd be some type of record of it. Actually, my attorney recommended I do that at the time. And I just, you know, I mean, it was just because you didn't know. I mean, it gets to the point where it's so bizarre, you really don't know what to do. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up. Bottom line is, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. It's going to feel crazy, and that's what they do. That is what the goal is. The goal is to try to get you completely off your balance, off your game. I don't know if that's the right word, but to completely have you second guessing yourself to regain an advantage and to get you to make mistakes, right? See, that's the other thing is when they start doing stuff like that and they're saying, you know, oh, you're an unstable and, you know, loud and, you know, all these different things, and then you get mad and you do that, well, then they just validate. See, you know? I mean, I made another video, I think, before I was talking about where if I just came and I poked you, you know, every time I saw you, I just went dunk, 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 and then you finally freaked out, and I go, oh, you know, why are you doing that? Oh, why are you getting so mad? You know, I mean, it's that type of stuff. So just make sure you keep your distance. Know you're not going crazy. You know, surround yourself with positive people that reinforce positive things in your life and get the negative stuff out and things start turning around. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up. Hopefully you're having a good day, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye.